All right. Hello, everybody. Yeah, I'm surprised we don't have more on here. We had a bunch of new members sign up this week, so the membership is growing. It's always a good thing. All right. Anybody want to start?
Hey, John.
Hey, Anthony. How's it going?
Good. How was your weekend? Did you get out into the ocean for the Labor Day weekend?
I was actually in a very bad place this weekend. It was called Tax Hell.
Oh, okay.
My accountant guy, he called up and he said, hey, he goes, I have an opening Tuesday and that's about it. So he said, if you got your stuff ready to go, we can handle it.
It sounds like an extension. You had tax extension.
Yep, I did an extension. And so anyway, he gave me Tuesday as my slot. So I spent Sunday and Monday just getting ready for that. That's like that's the only 2 years of, or 2 days a year I consider actual work.
I had a couple of SEO questions.
Okay.
There's one site where we have a couple of pages. It's a review site, and the pages are for keywords that are not brand X reviews. They're for, like, for example, where to buy brand X side effects. They're smaller keywords. We've talked about this a few times, where you said you can often rank on page one for smaller keywords that don't have a lot of traffic. And that's what we're doing on this one site. But there's just not enough traffic. And we've put together other review pages that recently went up for brand X reviews. And my question is, for example, where to buy brand X, which is on page one. It's ranking on page one.
Okay.
Do you redirect, do a 301 redirect for that traffic hitting it to the brand X review page that recently went up? Or do you keep multiple pages up?
It really just kind of depends on your overall strategy. If you've got a new site that you're trying to push traffic to, just so Google recognizes there's traffic on it, then you can do the 301 redirects. But if you've been around a long time like you have, and you've got multiple properties out there that have authority, then you can leverage those. What I'll tell people coming in fresh, if you're trying to build multiple sites, that's a major undertaking. It takes a long time to build up the authority of a site. Now, yeah, you can merge them together and combine all of that with the 301 redirects, but you may not get exactly what you had with the individual site. The ranking may not stay the same. And I'll tell you, I did this with my site. I originally had limboland.net. That was the site I started on. And I had so much stuff on that site that, it had shopping sites on it. It was almost like a portal for 50 different stores that sold all kinds of different stuff. And the problem was Google was confused on what is this site. Originally, back in the old days, it ranked for everything. It didn't matter what it was. I had health directories, I had finance directories, I had, probably 4 major segments of types of directories. And that site ranked for probably over 1 million keywords at one point. It was crazy.
Yeah.
And the problem was when I kind of shifted gears and I got out of that, it was doing, basically it was for AdSense. It was basically AdSense sites. And that's when I had my content creator, my content developer software, that I could load it 1,000 keywords and it would create a 1,000-page website in the snap of an eye. And anyway, so the short of that story is all of those keywords, when I changed to Internet Dominators and I switched my brand, I wanted to pull all that traffic forward over to Internet Dominators, and it pretty much wiped out what I had at Internet Dominators. I had Internet Dominators started already and it was kind of getting traction, and then I poured everything from Limboland on top of it and it destroyed it. It basically
Oh, okay.
it basically took what I had going for Internet Dominators, and it shuffled the mix so much that Google didn't know what it was about, and it didn't trust it for a long time. And I have not had any of those. I killed all that stuff off. Like, I had the last one that was the hardest one to get rid of was scrapbooking. I had one of my customers had a scrapbooking store, and she was on one of my shopping portals on the old Limboland site that got transferred to Internet Dominators. And Internet Dominators, for some reason, Google thought it was about scrapbooking. And there's nothing on the site about scrapbooking. All those redirects have been gone for probably 2 years. And it was still ranking the site for scrapbooking for pages that aren't even there. You click on the page and it's nothing there. And I'm like, man, how long is it going to take Google to figure this out? And what actually fixed it for me was specific searches and specific traffic, and I was using SitePop to do it. I couldn't believe that actually fixed the problem. Enough people searching for the brand, searching for my name, searching for, internet marketing related products in combination with my name and the brand name actually fixed it. It fixed it pretty quickly too, compared to, all the other stuff. I tried doing link building. I tried going and killing off links. I tried all kinds of stuff, and it just, no matter what I did, because of that redirection, it's really screwed stuff up. So if you've got one site that's, it's a particular niche or a particular segment, and the keywords are different, and you're redirecting it to another site that doesn't have that stuff, it might just confuse Google as to what the new site's all about.
Okay, well, I meant, yeah, maybe I didn't explain it. I meant it's the same site. The same site.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
There's pages, for example, where to buy brand X is on page 1. So on the same site, we've put up a review, brand X reviews. So it's where to buy brand X. And then a page on the same site, brand X reviews, which is a bigger keyword, a lot more traffic. Do you redirect that page 1 traffic from where to buy to the new brand X review on the same site, or do you keep both?
Gotcha. I would just link it. I wouldn't do an automatic redirect. I would link it.
Okay.
Link it, and I would have really strong calls to action.
Okay.
What you might even do is, like, do you have any video on there?
A few things, but yeah, we're working on, because we've talked about, you think video is a competitive advantage. A lot of these sites.
What I would probably do is think about, from a marketing perspective, what's going to make somebody want to buy the brand X, and then just make like a little short teaser video, maybe 30 seconds, 45 seconds, telling them, talking to that point. And then say, a call to action in the video. Hey, for more details, click the link right below here, and we'll answer whatever question. Hook them. You got to have some kind of a real hook. And with the ACT program, we call that the big idea. The big idea is really your attention grabber based on their desire. And then in the end of the hook, that's where your call to action. Like, if you're using it as an advertisement, that might be on Facebook, or it might be in pay-per-click or whatever, but you have that call to action on the end of it that's really strong. It's like your cliffhanger. And it really comes easily if you follow the protocol for creating a big idea. That's really that's kind of the formula for doing that. And it's really, really effective. Ad agencies have been using it for 100 years. It's crazy. It's the same thing. They've been using it over and over and over just because it works.
Yeah, I've seen it. I've been through your program, and I agree. Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, the internet marketing space, they use it a lot, but I haven't really seen anybody break it down and tell you actually what it is and how to recreate it. They're basically like, somebody will use something really effective, and then somebody will copy it. not understanding what they're copying, and they'll make changes to it, and they will degrade its effectiveness because they don't understand why it was effective to begin with. And then somebody copies that and copies that, copies that. By the time it gets to you and you copy it, it doesn't work anymore. So
another thing really quick I wanted to ask is on a money site, I was thinking about, we have capture on the money site to opt in, to get people on the list. You've talked about this, Dan Kennedy. I'm glad it seems Dan is still alive.
Yeah, I hate to say it, but I think that was a marketing ploy.
You know what, John? Yeah. You know what, John? Yeah, I was thinking about that. I mean, I don't know how you could talk about that, but you just mentioned it.
Yeah.
And I've been around, 2011 at the first Kennedy was where I saw you for the first time.
Yeah.
If it is, I mean, is it brilliant? Is it, I don't know. I mean, you could look at it, is it devious? Is it certainly got a lot of attention? It got a lot of attention.
Yeah, it did. That's one of the things that he says is even bad publicity is good attention.
Yeah. If you remember, he retired. He's already retired twice in the last 20 years. And a few times, because I've been to I've been out to the Dan Only in Ohio, which are great seminars, a lot of, but a few, some things that he talks about, he joked about, retiring, and this is the last time you'll ever see me. And, that was a marketing. Yeah.
Yeah. That's why when I got that message originally, I thought, oh man, this is really a bummer. And, I'm typing up a real heartfelt thing on Facebook just to kind of let people know. And in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, am I getting gamed here? and I even mentioned it to Barb, and she's like, oh no, nobody would do that. I'm like, yeah, I don't know if you know this guy.
Yeah.
I think he might.
Yeah, absolutely. But he's talked about, and you've talked about getting people to opt in and getting people on a list because they're not going to buy the first time. So what I was thinking, one thing that's working is we're opting in to, if you want to see the price on this one money site, we have an opt-in page.
Okay.
But with other people, it seems like some of the traffic is going back to the SERP page and just looking up price for this product, and they're going directly to the price page, which is it's showing up on the SERP pages on Google. Okay. How can we hide the shopping page on SERP when it's already up there? Is that possible? Can you put a no index, or is that not going to work?
Can put a no index. I don't know offhand if it will remove it. I'd be really interested to know if you do it and it works. I would be interested to know the answer to that. But what you could do, instead of making them opt in for the price page, which they can get readily available, what you might do is put the price page in a PDF document that's delivered when they opt in. That way it's not a publicly accessible page. You could just remove the page altogether and turn it into a PDF document.
And how would you buy on the internet then? So you would remove the price page and then you would put you keep the shopping cart on the internet live? Yeah,
you could keep it. Another way to do that, which might be actually more effective, is to have your shopping page readily available and then have the opt-in prior to them buying, have the opt-in be to get a discount coupon. That the discount coupon is not available online. So when they opt in, you send them an email and it's got the link to the buy page and it's got the coupon code to give them.
That's another idea. Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably a better mousetrap.
Now, for no indexing, you've said a few times that if you tell Google not to index, they definitely will index. I mean,
yeah, I don't think it really means anything.
So they may not even if you go through that, they may go ahead.
I'm not totally positive because they change all the time. But I can tell you for sure, repeatedly over time, I have seen the whole no follow thing. They don't care. They don't give a rat's ass about no follow. They're following every link. And they're indexing stuff on the other side of those links. I've repeatedly tested that and found that to be true over and over and over.
Okay.
So it stands to reason that it'd be the same thing for the no index.
Okay.
What
Right.
they
So maybe
might,
those other.
what they might do is they might deprioritize it, but they pretty much index all content regardless of, you know, what it is. They may not show it to you. They may bury it, you know, 10,000 pages deep in the SERP, but I don't think they're like really not indexing anything because you say no index on a tag.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're not the most honorable people. Let's just call it that.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Everyone's talked about that. Yeah. All right. Cool. Thank you, John.
Sure, absolutely.
Hey, John,
Yeah, Gwen, go ahead.
have you heard anything about the new Google Chrome preventing the redirects or trying to prevent them?
I actually have. Who was it that sent me that? Ted. I think Ted sent me an article about that, and it was more related to one of the things that Chrome is doing is blocking some of the cookies and stuff, and what that could potentially mean is if you're an affiliate and you're using affiliate codes for tracking and they block that, that could potentially cause a problem with you getting paid.
Yeah, it could.
Yeah. Now, I haven't seen it. I do a lot of affiliate stuff, and I'm doing a lot of webinars right now. I'm doing webinars on a weekly basis now to promote stuff. So we're running a lot of affiliate offers. I haven't seen any orders come through that didn't have the affiliate association. And I know people are using Chrome and Firefox, you know, pretty regularly.
Right.
I haven't seen that be an issue. Was there something other specific you were referring to?
Well, I had a client who was asking today about it, and he was looking at redoing his site, and I've mentioned about doing some redirects on some of the like the tuners that he took out and redirected to programmers because they're pretty much the same thing, just different wording. And he came back with that about, well, are they actually allowing redirects? And I'm thinking,
well, there's a lot of types. There's a lot of types of redirects. There's a redirect meta tag. There's a meta refresh that will redirect, you know, traffic from one page to another. There's a 301 redirect from the server level.
Those are the ones I'm familiar with.
You can also get into your htaccess file and you can do redirects that way, which I do a lot of those. Like when I create short codes for all my affiliate products, I will go in and I've never had a problem with that. Like I even have one for Zoom here for the Zoom call. Like when I want to get people to meet me on Zoom, sometimes I'll be out of the office and I can't remember like the meeting ID and all that. So I created a short code in htaccess, which basically says redirect internetdominators.com/Zoom to my Zoom link, to my Zoom room.
Mm-hmm.
I can remember I've never had a problem with any of those type of links. And those are server-side redirects. So I think what you're talking about is more browser-side redirects, and I haven't seen a problem with those either. It's basically a meta refresh tag, and you put the number of seconds, milliseconds, to the time it redirects. The reason that those were used, a lot of people didn't want to redirect immediately, so they didn't want a server-side redirect. They wanted the page to display for a certain amount of seconds so they could display a message and then redirect the person. So the common use for that was like this page, this would be the message on the page. This page is moved, it's no longer in existence at this URL. Please click the button below or you'll be redirected. So that was the common use of it.
Okay, that's what I think he was looking at using it for. So maybe the meta tag refresh might be a better idea for him.
Yeah, meta refresh, that's a way to do it, because that allows you to display a page before you push them through.
Okay. I will suggest that to him.
Yeah,
And then
you
another
can
question.
literally
Go ahead.
leave your old pages up because they might be ranking still, and then
Right.
people can land on them. They click through to the new page, and then that gives you an extra click deep in the site and the user experience too. So it's kind of a good thing all the way around to do it that way.
I think he already wiped out his old pages.
Yeah, that caused a little damage on the SEO efforts there.
Yeah, I'm doing the keyword research and I'm looking at what he's wanting, and it's just, it doesn't have a whole lot of keywords. And right now I'm playing with the pay-per-click. So I went to the tools and settings to the keyword planner that's in the Google Ads, and I'm using the get search volume and forecasts, which is kind of a little bit different from what they used to have.
Oh.
But everything I'm plugging in is giving me very little search volume and 0 forecasted conversions.
Gotcha. Okay.
Beginning to wonder how accurate this thing is.
Yeah, that's in Google's directly.
That's Google's keyword planner through the Google AdWords ads now.
Okay. Well, when they're forecasting predictions, don't take much into account on that, because I don't know that they really have accurate data in that. Because think about this, you can have somebody come in for a particular keyword that they start a buying cycle where they might not buy for 90 days. Doesn't mean that keyword didn't convert. Google's not going to see the conversion that's on the funnel.
Right.
So that's where, if you've got funnels in place, you can do funnel tracking software, which Kartra has that built right in. When you go back and you look at your analytics in Kartra, you can see, how this person flowed through the funnel and where they actually came into the funnel. So you might find that, hey, people come in for this keyword, they're perfect to go through our marketing system, and then they convert into customers on the end of it. So that's, that keyword research is really it's really a tricky slope because everybody looks at keyword research the wrong way. They look at search volume and they want the massive search volume. Well, guess what? Everyone else is looking at the same thing. Generally, the bigger the search volume, the more generic the keyword is. The sales typically aren't made on the generic keywords. Usually that's, a lot of times that's the beginning of a search. If you have a really, really good funnel in place and you have the ability to take those generic searches and put them in and nurture them through a sales process and convert them, then I would say that's a different story. You might want to fight tooth and nail to get up for that keyword. But if you don't have that and you're in the buy or die scenario, that's not a good idea. If you're in the buy or die scenario, you need to be going at keywords where the people are already like ready to buy. Ultra long tail buyer keywords, which a lot of times there's very little search volume on those. Like my water park guy, for instance, I was going after keywords that had, only, they didn't even register. It was under 10 searches a month. But by going after those keywords, those were ultra specific buyer keywords for water parks, we actually got him a water park job out of that. They weren't hard to rank either. It was like, that's one of my best stories, and it was one of the easiest keywords I've ever ranked because nobody was fighting for it. Nobody knew the value of it. And it's like, really? $100 million water park? That's a pretty valuable keyword. How many searches do you need? He only needed one. So you have to kind of keep all that in mind when you're looking at who are you trying to attract and what are they worth and what's the sales process look like? Where are they in the level of awareness? That's going to tell you, what kind of keywords they're putting in as well. If they're unaware, they might not be searching at all. If that's the case, then search and pay-per-click really is not going to help. If they're unaware, you've got to activate their awareness. You've got to bring that in front of them. That's where the big idea is like gold. That's where you create a big idea, and then you start publishing that out in social media. You can run Facebook ads. You can target that in YouTube videos when they're searching for something else. That's one of the beauties about doing the analysis and really understanding who your targets are. Maybe they're not aware of you, but if you understand who they are and what they do, you can figure out where they are and how to get in front of them. Like, for instance, the other Anthony, the Anthony down in San Diego, his wife had a day spa down in Point Loma in San Diego, right by the harbor. What we found was there was hardly anyone searching for particular products. I don't remember what they were. Maybe it was like microdermabrasion or something like that. It was oddball stuff, and apparently the people in that area didn't really know to look for it. They needed it, they would want it if they knew about it, but they didn't. So I said, why don't we target them in other places? Why don't we run some banner ads in the places where they're hanging out? What we found was, when we did the analysis on the audience, we found out they're boat owners. They like wine and cheese. There's a whole bunch of wine and cheese parlors, or whatever you call them, down there in the harbor, real close to them. So what we did, we ran a banner ad campaign on those sites when the people were looking at the wine and cheese and looking at buying boat pillows and items for their boats. Those were the sites we put the ads on. They got a bunch of business out of that, because all of a sudden now their audience now knows about them. They know they're right across the street. So it was a really, really good way to bring an ad campaign in that they were unaware. But keep in mind, like, if you're up against that in your marketing, if you're up against an unaware audience, you've got to be really good, because you have to grab their attention when they're elsewhere, and you've got to be able to pull them. It's not like in search where they're actively looking for you. That, if they're actively looking for you, all you have to do is just show up in front of them. That's where search and pay-per-click really, really stands out. But if they're not, you got to be really good at it. You got to be good at the hook, and that's where the big idea is going to come into play. David Ogilvy, one of the leaders in modern advertising, he's the one that they did the Mad Men show after. There's a Mad Men TV series, and he's the main character was modeled after David Ogilvy. And one of the things was he was interviewed by one of his secretaries about what makes him so good. He was phenomenal. He blew all the other admin out of the water. And what he told her was, he said, it's their lack of big ideas that makes me stand out. He was talking about the market in general, the ad market. He said their lack of big ideas is what makes me stand out. And he said an ad campaign without a big idea will pass like a ship in the night. And basically the meaning behind that is it's never going to get seen. A ship at night doesn't get seen. So that's what he equated an ad campaign to that did not have a big idea. So you don't want your ad campaigns to pass like a ship in the night and not be seen. So that's why I say you've got to be really good. You've got to be able to grab their attention. And the only way to do that is to figure out what's going on in their head. Figure out who they are, what's keeping them up at night, and how to just reach out and grab them, how to associate with them. Once they know you understand them, they're going to be attracted to you and they're going to bond with you. That's what a really good salesperson will do. He will do what's called mirroring and matching. He wants to figure out what's important to you, and then he wants to become that person. And that's exactly what they'll do. A really good salesperson has a very high close ratio because of that. So that's what your ad has to convert to that. It's got to relate to them. It's got to relate to their problem, and it's got to immediately grab them, pull them in. So I don't want to go in, in totally deep on the whole big idea thing, because it's, there's a lot of information on it on the site. There's lessons, there's tutorials, all of that stuff. But it is really, really an important thing. And one of the biggest keys about having a really good big idea is to not have it ignored. One of the easiest ways to get your advertisement ignored is by saying too much. If you spill your guts and you lay it all out, you've said too much. It's no longer intriguing. You've got to hold back the intrigue. A really good big idea is when you can tap into intrigue, where they say, oh, wow, that sounds really interesting. I would like to learn more about that. If that's what happens when they see your big idea, then you've done it right. If you spill your guts and they look at it and they say, oh, yeah, I've seen that before. No, pass. That's a bad big idea. That's not what you want. That's why intrigue is one of the big things in the formula. So anyway, I would really encourage you guys, if you don't have a real good understanding of the big idea, to do that. Get that under your belt. That will really help you in all of your marketing, and even when you're just talking to people. If you know how to effectively communicate with somebody, grab their attention, build that intrigue, and get them coming your way asking questions, I guarantee you're going to make more sales. If you can figure it out in the real world, then you can digitize it. If you figure out, hey, this works 9 out of 10 times face-to-face, now we know what we need to put online. That's really the whole goal behind it. So it's intrigue. It's grab their attention, get them interested, open the conversation, and then use the proper messaging to walk them through the path. Build demand and desire, eliminate objections, and make an offer. That's the sales process. Everybody's calling it a funnel. Doesn't matter what you call it. It's a sales process. Online, they're calling it a funnel. So it's the new word of the week, I think. All right, who's up next?
Hello, John.
Hey, Gregory, how's it going?
Very exciting. I don't know if you got to see my video.
I didn't see the video yet.
Okay, but I can do real quick is show you what the opener was yesterday.
Okay.
If you wish me to share.
Sure. Yep. Go for it.
So this is my opening screenshot. It's okay, guys. Can you see it?
Yep. Yep.
Okay. So it starts off. The idea was that at video marketing at City Club was a thing, pattern interrupt, and at the same time, it's the cliffhanger. So I start off here with this thing here. This changes daily. So I don't know what's going to happen today at the end of the close at 1 o'clock, but this will change to September 5, and whoever is my winner will get pushed out. The other day I had silver at 162%. So then my video starts off here, and then I go straight to the chart to show where things are at, where I'm making where I'm making the money.
Okay.
Now, you mentioned earlier this today that you couldn't get into Kartra. I got into Kartra. I don't know what happened, but I got into Kartra, and I discovered that I actually put up a video here one time. I actually did it. Like, what?
Oh, cool.
It was very cool. And this is the evergreen. So I'm gonna have to now. The next thing that I wish to do with you is it's developing the categories. One is at the end of this video from this guy. At the end of this video, it says here, Gregory Santana, if you wish to know how we find scans for tomorrow, go to Gregory Santana / which we haven't done this button yet, trades. And then they have to, that's the opt-in. In other words, if they want to see tomorrow's stuff, then they have to opt in.
Gotcha.
You mentioned before, that was the most important thing, right?
Okay. If you go back to Kartra, I'll show you how to do that real quick.
Okay, where's my Kartra? Right there. Okay, we're here.
Okay, so go to the Pages tab on the left.
Pages.
Yep, those are your pages.
Okay.
So you'll see your home page there is your coming soon page.
Right. This one has to now go bye-bye.
Okay, so yeah, so we'll change that, but anyway, just for the
Please.
moment here,
Yeah, but for the rest of the group to learn too. Right.
on the 3 little blue dots on that page,
Right there.
yep, right there, click that,
Okay.
and see where it says clone?
Got it.
Hit the clone button. That's going to create a new page, and then
Okay.
just call this trades. So instead of coming soon, just call it trades,
Okay.
and then hit clone. You can
Clone.
categorize these if you want, but
Yeah, eventually they're going to have to, because they have the
Yeah.
evergreen department. Once they opt in, then even if they don't want to be traders and the curiosity, that's the evergreen department.
okay, so over now on the top right where it says actions,
Right there.
yep, click that, and then let's publish that page. Publish live.
Oh, publish live. Okay.
Okay, and then that's going to bring up a window here where you click on the get link,
Okay.
and now the little pencil button there,
Right here.
yep, click that,
Okay.
and then in the drop down over
Right
on,
here?
yep, right there, select GregorySantana.com,
Okay.
and then change the YC56 to trades.
Oh, this is so cool. And you're recording this, so I'll be able to do it.
Yep,
Okay.
and then hit save URL.
Okay.
Now you just created that page. It exists now.
And now I can put my videos up that I promised that you can come to now, because my tribe, my crew is like, okay, so you created I created already 4 videos for YouTube. So I started September, this past Monday, and they're like, when are we going to see it, Unc?
Yep, yep. So you could actually go to that live URL right now, and it's there.
Okay, so I close this now.
Close that, and then all you have to do is you just have to update the contents of this page. Like if you want a video in here, you can drop a video in here.
Okay, that's my next my next thing. Would you drop my video?
Okay.
Okay.
So
Where do I go from here? This is where I get like, okay, I'm here at my desktop. I'm still looking at Kartra. I'm still looking at this.
so if you want to drop a video in here, over on the left-hand side under components.
Components, right there.
Components is where you'll find video. So scroll the list down a little bit.
There you are, right
There's
there.
videos.
Okay,
Click that. And
got
then
it.
here's a bunch of different kinds of placeholders. To me, they're all pretty much the same. So
Okay.
it doesn't really matter which one you grab.
We'll start with the first one at the top. You know, this is evolution.
Yeah, so just grab that and then slide it over onto the page. And then anywhere where it turns green, you can drop it. Like those yellow bars, you can drop it on any of those yellow bars. So if
Oh,
you
I see. The green I just saw the green. There it is. There's the green.
now
Got
drop it there, okay.
Uh-huh.
And then click on the little pencil button at the top of the video.
Top pencil. Right there. Got it.
Yep, that's
There.
edit.
Okay.
And that's where you select where your video is. If it's a Kartra video, you can select it. If it's a YouTube video, you can just paste the URL of the YouTube video right in there, and it's just that easy.
So, and then if it's still sitting on my computer at this time, then where would I go to? How do I say?
If it's sitting on your computer, you could upload it in Kartra and then come over here and just add it.
Ah, okay. Upload the Kartra first. Then once it's in the Kartra library, I then go to my library at Kartra and then pull it over to this guy.
Yeah. So right over on the left, if you do select category.
All right. You know what? We have that one video, the one we just showed, the one the evergreen. Okay.
Yeah. I'll show you. So select category.
Categories.
The drop down.
Wait. Oh, here. Got it.
Right there.
Okay.
And then
evergreen videos. Right. That's the category. Correct.
Yep. And then select video.
Select video. That's it. The 3 main strategies. Correct.
Yep. And then there it is.
Okay. And so now, how do I get them to opt in before they can see this? They can't see this unless they opt in first.
Okay. So basically, you want to probably not have the video on this page then, and have this just be an opt-in.
Right.
get to the video page, and then that would be a success URL after they opt in.
Right.
So piece of cake. You just create another page. You put
Okay. Go back to action.
Yeah.
Go to
You need
no,
you
not
need
action.
to save this
Clone.
page before you
save this.
Yeah.
Save this.
Save this one and then get out.
Save progress.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. If you leave the page and you don't save the progress, you'll lose.
It's gone. Right. But the thing was knowing what these little buttons were to hit. Okay.
Yeah. So close that window.
Got there. Got it.
Back to actions.
Actions. Actions right there. Got it.
And then return to dashboard.
Dashboard. Back to the home center. Okay.
Yeah. So that's going to allow you to get out of here.
Okay. Fine. We're there. Oh, here we are. There's
And now
dashboard.
you're back to pages. So you could create another page.
Yes.
And you could call that page "Thank you."
Okay. So create another page.
That way, when they opt in,
right. Okay.
Then they'll get transferred to the thank you page that has the video on it.
Okay. So I just got a little bit. So right now we need to create the opt-in page.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The opt-in page is the one you just created called trades.
Correct. But to get the trades, they have to opt in. So now I need the page before that, right?
Yeah. So they opt in at trades.
Yeah. So where do I do the opt-in for trades? That's what I'm saying.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. So you should have a form already.
Okay.
So if you click on the forms button over here.
Forms, got it.
Yep. You can do the same thing here. See how you got these different forms?
Right. Now this was dropping for video. But that can come later.
Okay. So on the coming soon form, go over the three little
that's it.
Yeah, the three little blues.
This guy's gonna go bye-bye. And
clone it. Or you could just use it.
Okay, well let's use it then. Fine. Clone it. Okay.
So clone it and just call this trades opt-in.
Change that title. Trades opt-in.
Yeah, it's important that you title all this stuff so later on you know what it is.
Correct. Okay. So then we're going to go with clone, trade in opt-ins, right?
Yeah.
Trades opt-in. Okay. So now.
And then, we kind of did something. I apologize for that. We kind of did something out of step. We should have made the thank you page first.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. No problem. So just go back to the pages. And let's just create the thank you page real quick.
That would be back to dashboard.
Yeah, left side pages.
Left side. Oh, pages. Okay, pages.
Yep.
We're here.
Pages, and then just go ahead and take your. You could actually take any of these and just clone it. If your actual About Us page is probably a better page for this because you're just going to plunk a video on there.
Right. So About Us right here.
Yeah, so just clone that page and
clone this one.
Yep.
Okay.
And call it trades thank you.
Trades. Comma.
No commas.
Good point. Yeah. Trades.
Yeah, whenever you're naming pages and stuff, you don't use
no grammar.
Yeah.
Got it. Website would be GregorySantana.com.
Yeah, I don't know that you've set any of those up yet. So you can always add those later. So just go ahead and clone that.
Okay. Because right now all my business cards direct people to GregorySantana.com, and all they've been seeing is something coming great.
Yep. Okay. So under actions on the top right.
Got it.
Let's publish that one.
Publish live. Okay.
And then get the page link, and we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to rename that page.
Okay, got it there. Edit. Right.
Yep. And drop down.
Oh, drop down here.
Yep. The Gregory Santana. And then now you make a page name, and it can be a maximum of 40 characters, no spaces.
Okay.
So you can use dashes if you want.
Okay. So no, just trades. Thank you page?
Yeah, just thank you is fine.
Right. Oopsie. Oopsie, why's my space not working? My spacer is not working.
No spaces on these because it's a page name.
Oh, sorry about that. Okay, got it. Thank you, Trace Fights. Okay, ha ha ha. Page name,
Okay.
You gotta remember. Okay, hit OK.
Yep, hit the save.
Got it.
Now that page exists, so you can close that.
Okay.
And then go back to actions, and we'll get out of there.
Actions. Return to dashboard.
Yep.
Huh?
Yep.
Okay.
Now we're going to go back to the form, and we're going to fix the form.
Okay, and the form would be trades opt-in.
The left side.
Oh, forms.
Yep.
Okay.
You're doing pretty good at this.
Yeah. Once I know the key parts of the path, I can follow it easy. It's just I just don't know what signpost to pick.
Gotcha. Okay. Now under the trades opt-in, the little blue dots.
Got it.
We'll do edit.
Got it.
Okay, and then edit again.
Edit again. Okay, got it.
And that's going to take us back in to edit that form.
Okay, right here. Okay.
Yep. So you're asking basically just for first name and email. So save
Correct.
that.
I'll just say nothing here at all, right?
Nope, that's already done. Save and next.
Save and next. Did it?
Now here on the success page, change the success page.
Okay. Here?
Yep.
Okay.
And then do the drop down.
Right here?
Or let's see. Yeah, do Kartra pages.
Kartra pages, got it.
And then select a page.
Select a page. It's not giving us page.
Oh, do the no particular site.
Okay. Give it that command. Okay.
And now try the drop down for select a page. I'm not sure why it's not showing.
Yeah, we're blocked at the moment.
Interesting.
So should we save this first or not? I apologize.
Oh, no, that's okay. Let's see here. Yeah, that should show up under Kartra pages. But anyway, if it doesn't, just go ahead and hit the drop down again.
This one here?
Yeah, the destination pages.
Right.
And do external URL.
Okay.
And now just put in GregorySantana.com.
Correct.
/trades. Thank you. And make sure you capitalize it if you capitalized it before. It's got to be exactly when you're doing page names. You always want to make sure that it's the exact page name, otherwise it'll error out.
Okay. When we did the yes, we did trades, capital T, capital thank, and U capital. That was one of the things of attention personalizing.
But the G should not be. Those shouldn't be capped, I don't believe.
Oh, these guys here at the HPP?
Yeah,
okay.
Those.
All right.
Those should be lower, but your actual page name, you
over here, yes.
Yeah, you
this
physically
here goes T
those.
And remember, yeah, got it. Okay.
Yep, and save that. Okay.
Save and next.
Save and next.
Save and next.
And then here's your welcome email, and this is where you can edit the email, but you can leave it. You can just leave it for now. Just go ahead and save and next.
Okay, save and next.
Yep. And then here's where if you want to add tags, like if you want to add a tag that somebody opted in, if you want to subscribe them to a list, you can do that.
All right. So let's see. Okay. So right now, all I'm doing is the daily winners and losers. Come to GregorySantana.com, opt in to see tomorrow's scan, and then they have the choice of going to the free video on the 3 main strategies.
Okay, yeah, but this is when they physically click the opt-in,
right,
to download or whatever.
Yeah.
You have the ability to either assign tags or subscribe them to lists. So later on, you can have them segmented and you can send this out to them.
Well, we're gonna go. You implied on me quite firmly, which is good for me, and that is that the whole idea of opting in is to create a subscribers list.
Correct. Correct.
So we need to turn this on.
So hit the change button on the right.
Yes, subscribe to list.
Yep. Subscribe to
Yes.
list. And then
Right.
you can hit the little create new list there on the right.
Okay, right here. Okay.
On the right, there's a create new list.
Uh-huh. And the list would be the trade group, because they're opting in on the trade, on the trade section.
Yeah, so click that again so it goes away.
Okay.
And then over on the far right next to the add button, create new list.
Got it.
So just name your list here.
This is just trades, simple for now.
Okay. You just put
Public
trade.
description.
Yep, just trades is there.
Okay. Don't need this public description.
Just put trades in there.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, just put the same thing.
Okay, I have a whole one sentence, but okay, fine.
Create.
Create.
Okay, now add.
Add.
So now it's going to add these subscribers to that list. So
Right.
So
Okay,
save that.
right. Huh?
So save that.
Save here.
Yep.
Okay.
And then save and next.
Save and next.
And then save that.
Okay.
And
Wow.
you're done. You got a form.
Okay. So now when I go to GregorySantana.com, they should be able to see the trade page up.
So go to the GregorySantana.com/trades.
Okay.
And we'll just test it and make sure it's working.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to, that's exactly what I wanted to achieve.
Okay, I think it was a capital T.
Oh.
That's where I said. Now, just for everyone else, I would recommend always lowercasing all of your pages.
Yeah.
So because if somebody else goes to try and do that,
Right.
they're gonna mess it up.
Right. So I need to get this fixed. Right now,
So
I did trades capital and nothing's coming up. But now if I go trades capital, thank you, that's going to take us to the end group.
It should, yes.
Yeah, that's going to take us here. Still not found. Gregory Santana. I spelled it correctly. GRGORY.com. Do I have to do the HTTPS here in front?
You shouldn't. You should be able to just go there directly.
Right. Correct.
Let me try it.
Let me try a refresh. Okay, your turn, sir.
Let's see.
But this is a major leap. Thank you. We're starting.
The only problem here is I don't remember what the actual name of that page was.
Go to pages. Pages, I have no particular site trades, and then we have that. We have this. So
okay, go to the trades page and let's just publish that again and make sure it's published.
Okay. Edit.
Yep.
Trades, no category in particular. Site.
So edit.
Edit again.
And then just go up to the green button in the top right.
Green button in the top right over here. Loading pages.
Loading.
Oh, we still got the video here that I don't want here.
That's okay. So let's just publish it anyway, just so we've got it up. And we
yeah. Nobody knows about it. Exactly.
Yeah, nobody will find it yet.
No, I have no one knows about this.
Okay, and then get the page URL. Get the page link.
Yeah. Okay.
So okay, it's www. You missed.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a specific. That's what we're missing.
So edit URL, but that's not going to do any good because we have to.
No, just go back to the page in your browser and just put the www, and that's what we were missing.
Okay, up here. So www.
I just wanted to see what the address was that we were missing.
Right. But the thing is that
I can make it on the back side where it doesn't matter if it's www or not. We can
Okay, yeah.
fix that.
Okay. All right. So,
Okay,
okay,
so,
this is the start in the right direction.
so now let's try the opt-in form. Let's make sure it works.
Where is the opt-in point?
So just scroll down and say, please notify me.
Oh, but also we got to change that too. Okay.
And this should forward us to that thank you page. Oh, nope, nope. I forgot. So we forgot a step.
Okay. See, this is good practice because
go back here. Let's fix it real quick. Go back to the page.
There's Kartra.
Edit the page. Okay, now go down. Scroll down.
Oh, scroll down. Edit configuration form.
Yep. Edit the configuration.
Oh, right here, the little button right there.
The little pencil.
Yep, got it.
And now, instead of the contact form being coming soon, let's make it be the trades.
Right. There it is. Trades open. Right.
Yep. Now apply.
Apply.
Now publish.
Up here, actions.
Yep.
Publish live.
Publish live.
All right. See, once I know all these little posts along the road, I'll get there.
Okay.
Get link.
So no, you don't need that. We know what the link is now. So go ahead and close it.
Okay.
And then go back to your browser. Now we'll test it again.
All right. www.
So Kartra is really awesome. It's just there's a lot of steps to it.
Well, but it's a lot better than it was when you were talking about ClickFunnels.
Oh yeah. Now go ahead and let's refresh this just to make sure you've got a fresh version of it.
All right. Reload tab.
And now let's opt in again.
Okay.
And now it should take us to the thank you page because we have the right opt-in form. Okay, I see the problem.
The www.
There's no www. When we put the URL link in the form of where to send the thank you, we didn't put the www in there.
Right. And there it is.
There it is. So
okay.
it would have.
This is the team, but it's not. There's not. It doesn't say thank you for opting in and all that.
Yeah. So so what you need to do now is take this page and drop your video on there. Go back and edit the form and put the www in the success page.
So I'm here at Kartra and I go back to components.
Yeah, you have to exit under the actions.
Oh, exit. There we go.
Yeah, back to the
return to dashboard. Return to dashboard.
Yep.
Exit. Okay, dashboard here. Now we're at these guys.
Now back to the forms.
Oh, back to forms. Okay, forms here.
And then edit your opt-in form.
Edit opt-in form. Right there.
Yep.
There. Edit.
Yep. And then just save until you get to the next page.
Okay.
Now change your success page.
Change here. And
just add www in there and you should be set.
Okay. Okay, save. Save and next. And save and next for the time being. Subscribe to list, trades, that's fine.
Yeah, so everything else should be good. Right. Eventually you'll want to go in there and update the email that's getting sent because it's also sending an email out when they opt in as well.
Okay. All right, so here we are with the congratulations again. So now we can go to pages and see what we got.
Yeah, so at this point, you know, when you get some time, you can go in here and you can change the thank you page, add your video in there.
Right. I dropped these guys out and then put a video in there.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I have to go ahead now. Okay. So this page here, the opening page, I still need to remove this video.
Yeah, yeah. So you can go back now that you know how it all works. You can go back and edit all that stuff, and then we can take another look at it.
Right. So what I'll do is I'll set myself a deadline to get this ready by Monday. So that gives me tomorrow and the weekends to play with it and see if we're getting it right. So I have to build more videos and categories. Okay.
Yep.
I got on the signpost to move along the road and then get back to you.
All right. Well,
But I
cool.
still would like you to look at that, what the winners and losers. This guy, in
Okay.
other words.
Yeah, I'll take a look at the video.
All right, thank you. All right, I'm gonna. We're almost at the end of our session. I will leave someone else if they have any questions.
All right.
Somebody else, next.
Well, I'm glad we were able to go through that. That's a good
Yeah.
tutorial for everybody, because it's, you can see there's a lot of steps to it, and sometimes you'll miss something, but don't worry, you can always go back and fix it. You saw we went back like 2 or 3 times there, and it's just a process of elimination to get it done to them.
Yeah, but the evolution of what when you and I met 4 years ago, and there was ClickFunnels and other people, and
oh yeah, I would not have been able to walk you through how to do that in ClickFunnels
and that speed.
At that speed. No way. We'd be here for the next month.
All right. So okay, so I'm gonna mute myself out and let someone else take a chance.
All right, sounds good.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing there.
Yeah, that was cool. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you to the members for allowing me the opportunity.
Absolutely.
All right.
I think
Next.
I have a quick question here.
Big Mick, what do you got going?
I was wondering, you talked about indexing quickly with YouTube videos.
Yep.
Indexing keywords. Can you just do a quick show of how you would place the keywords on there on a video to help it index?
Yeah, on that. Well, there's 2 different ways. There's 2 different ways to do that. Like, let's see here. On with indexing a page, are you talking about indexing a page on your website via a YouTube video, or are you talking about indexing a YouTube page in YouTube?
I'm talking about indexing my client's website via YouTube videos, because
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty easy.
For example, I have a client who provides electronics install services. I suggested that he should make some tutorial videos of what he does and some before and after pictures, that kind of thing. Make a few quick videos like that, because he has no keyword ranking at all for anything, and he's had a site for quite some time.
Okay, well, this basically, let me share my screen here. Basically, in YouTube, when you go to upload a video, this is first you have to select a video somewhere. So I'll just select any video here. All right, so what you've got here is you've got a description. If you want an actual page to get indexed, you put the full address of the page in here. And then you can put / whatever .html, whatever your page name is. Just make sure you put the full accurate URL being the first thing in the description. And then after that, you can add whatever description you want in here. And you can put pages and pages of information in there. If you've got good content that's keyword rich, that's a good place to put it, right in there. And then over here where it says tags, you can start typing out a tag. And every time you hit enter, it will actually add it as a tag. So that's where you put your keyword tags in there as the video. And then once this thing uploads, you can hit publish. And now when this publishes, YouTube and Google are pretty much tied at the hip. So this URL will instantly get indexed in Google, because Google is going to see the fresh content, it's going to see the link, it's going to follow it. And if that page is new or it hasn't been indexed, it will be instantly indexed. by doing it that way. It's also going to kind of associate that page with whatever content is on this page. So any of your tags, any of your description content here, all of that stuff is it's gonna matter, and it also can help your YouTube video rank. The thing right here, this is your title. This is the most powerful thing you have in SEO for an on-page is the title. So if you put your keywords in here, and I don't recommend just making it keyword rich either. I recommend having your keyword in it, but also having it being compelling. Like have this be like a strong call to action with some intrigue in it. Sometimes we'll do like a dot, dot, dot. And that way they have to click it to see what the rest of it says. So anywhere in a title or description where you can leave somebody on a cliffhanger where they have to click to get the rest of the information, then that's always a good thing for conversion. Conversion is one of your most powerful indicators for optimization, is if it converts, if people are clicking on it because of your descriptions and your titles, that's where you get the most bang for your buck in search engine optimization. And YouTube is pretty much the same thing. It's the same type of thing for optimization, because it's a search engine too. So the titles are extremely important in there and all of that. So that kind of gets you what you were looking for?
Yep, that works.
All right.
Hopefully that was beneficial for a few others, and it was quick.
Yeah, it's an easy thing to do. That's if you have a brand new site, like if you just registered a site and you want to get it indexed as quickly as possible, that's a way to almost instantly do it. I know people used to wrestle around with that for weeks and even months trying to get their site indexed. And I'd always tell them, I go, just go to Google. You can do it in about 30 seconds. As soon as that YouTube page is published, Google snatches that URL and follows it, and it's instantly indexed. Doesn't mean it's going to rank, though. Just because a page is indexed does not mean it ranks. Google probably has to kind of take a look at it, evaluate it, look at the page or the site that the page is on, look at the site itself, and see, is this, because Google doesn't just like lift its dress up for everybody. It basically, you've got to schmooze your way in. You have to have enough authority to get listed. Listed and indexed is two different things. Being indexed just means Google's aware of your content and they've got it in their index. Getting listed is where you actually show up in the search results. So that's two different things. Just because you're indexed, you're actually listed somewhere, but you may not be able to find it. Most searches these days, doesn't matter what the keyword is, it'll show, a million pages. And if you're indexed, you're in there somewhere. Doesn't mean you're going to be able to find it. You might have to dig a million deep just to see it. So
right.
That's kind of how that works. All right. Anybody else before we wrap it up here? All right, guys. Well, thanks everybody for being on. Great questions, and look forward to next week, and hopefully it'll be a little cooler. Not liking this heat wave. All right, guys. Have a great week, and we will talk to you next week.